There is a mechanism in the human brain that is older than language. It is older than civilization itself. It is a biological scanner, honed over hundreds of thousands of years of evolution. And whether you realize it or not, every time you walk into a room, every time you step onto a sidewalk, you are being scanned. Here is the cold, hard truth that most men over 50 have forgotten. A woman does not need to talk to you to know who you are. She makes 7 instant, subconscious judgments about your genetics, your capability, your health, and your status within the first 3 seconds of seeing you. 3 seconds. That is all you get. Most men believe the game is lost because of their age. They think they are invisible because they have gray hair or a few wrinkles. They are wrong. You aren't invisible because you are older. You are invisible because your body is broadcasting the wrong frequency. You are signaling defeat, fatigue, and obsolescence. But what if you could change the signal? By the end of this video, we are not just going to fix your posture or tell you to buy a nice shirt. We are going to dismantle the 7 biological triggers that determine whether you are seen as a background character in life, or the protagonist. We are going to unlock the aphorism of attraction. And pay close attention to number 4, it is the subtle trait that separates the men who are aging from the men who are ripening. Before we begin the transformation, I want to know who is walking this path with us. Where are you watching from, and what is the one trait you believe defines a man? Drop it in the comments right now. Let's begin. Let's start with the foundation. The first thing that is noticed, before your face, before your clothes, is your silhouette. Specifically, the silent handshake of your spine. In the animal kingdom, serotonin, the neurochemical responsible for feelings of well-being and confidence, is directly linked to extension. When a lobster loses a fight, it curls up. It shrinks. Its brain dissolves serotonin receptors, and it accepts a lower status. When a man is beaten down by life, by divorce, by career stress, by the weight of unfulfilled dreams, he does the exact same thing. We call it tech neck or slumping, but biologically, it is a submissive display. The survey data is undeniable. 67% of women identify posture as the primary initial filter. But why? It isn't just about looking tall. It's about looking unburdened. I see it every day in cafes. You see the man in the corner, rounded shoulders, eyes cast down at his phone, spine curved like a question mark. He is apologizing for taking up space. He is invisible before he even orders his coffee. Compare him to the man who stands with his shoulders rolled back and down, his chest open, his head stacked directly over his spine. He isn't puffing his chest out like a toy soldier. That signals insecurity. He is simply expanded. Here is the insider perspective that you won't hear from a standard fitness influencer. We don't see good posture and think, he must do yoga. We see it and subconsciously think, he can handle the weight of the world. Good posture signals competence. It signals that you have the structural integrity to protect, to provide, and to endure. After 50, this is the gold standard. A chiseled jawline is genetic luck, an upright spine at 60 is a discipline. It proves you have resisted the gravity of life. Stop trying to stand up straight. It creates tension. Instead, imagine a golden thread attached to the crown of your head, pulling you gently toward the sky. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. You aren't stiffening up, you are elongating. Reclaim the 2 inches of height that gravity stole from you. So, you are standing tall. You have passed the first filter. But life is not a statue, life is motion. The moment you take a step, the scan shifts to your kinetic signature. Number 2 is the walk. Your walk talks, and right now, for many of you, it is screaming the wrong things. This is the area where even fit men fail. You can have the muscle mass, you can have the suit, But if your walk is a shuffle, you are signaling biological decay. A shuffle signals pain. It signals a lack of rotation in the spine. It signals fear of the terrain. I was at the grocery store last week, observing. I saw two men, both roughly the same age, maybe late 60s. The first man moved with a careful shuffle. His feet dragged slightly, his gaze was on the linoleum floor, checking for obstacles. He looked like he was protecting himself from the environment. The second man? He didn't walk fast, but he walked through the space. There was a rhythmic swing in his shoulders. His hips were fluid. He wasn't rushing, but he had momentum. The difference wasn't speed. The difference was dissociation versus association. The first man was fighting his body, the second man was inhabiting his. Here is the science. A youthful, virile walk comes from the hips and the thoracic spine, upper back. As we age, we sit more. The hips tighten, the upper back freezes. We stop rotating. We turn into blocky robots. A woman noticing your walk is instinctively checking for vitality. Can this man move? Is he fluid? Fluidity implies that your joints are healthy, your energy is high, and you are ready for action. You need to unlock the hips. Every morning, perform 20 leg swings per leg, forward and back, side to side. And when you walk, focus on the contralateral swing. If your left foot steps forward, your right shoulder should swing forward. Force that rotation back into your body. Do not shuffle. Pick up your feet. Strike the ground with intent, not hesitation. We have covered how you stand and how you move. Now, we must discuss the shape you occupy. Number 3 is the V-taper signal. There is a misconception that women only care about muscles on young men. This is false. The desire for a partner who looks capable of physical defense is hardwired into the female brain. It doesn't disappear at menopause, it matures. However, at this stage of life, she isn't looking for the vein-popping, dehydrated look of a bodybuilder. That looks narcissistic. She is scanning for the protector archetype. This is defined by the shoulder-to-waist ratio. Why does this matter? Evolutionarily, a wider upper body compared to the waist signals high testosterone and metabolic health. A waist that is wider than the shoulders signals high cortisol, stress, poor insulin sensitivity, and low energy. You might be thinking, I'm 60, I can't build a V-taper now. Wrong. You are not trying to become Mr. Olympia. You are trying to change the silhouette. Even a subtle change in your shoulder width and a slight reduction in your gut changes how you are perceived entirely. It changes you from the invisible retiree to the silver fox. It implies discipline. It tells the world, I respect my vessel. Forget the bicep curls. They are vanity muscles. If you want to change your signal, focus on your lats and your deltoids. These are the muscles that create width. Pull-ups are non-negotiable. You cannot out-train a bad diet. Reduce the inflammatory foods that cause bloating in the midsection. You are building a body that looks like it can chop wood, not just type on a keyboard. That is the aesthetic of a grown man. We have arrived at the 4th point. This is the one most guys are totally unaware of. They focus on their abs, which nobody sees, and ignore the one body part that is always visible. Number 4 is the hands. There is a profound psychological link between a man's hands and his perceived competence. When a woman looks at your hands, she is asking 2 silent questions. 1. Are these hands strong enough to build protect? 2. Are these hands gentle enough to touch? A weak, limp handshake or soft, doughy hands signal a lack of engagement with the physical world. On the other hand, dirty, unkempt nails signal a lack of self-respect. Let's talk about the science of grip strength. Did you know that grip strength is one of the single best biomarkers for overall longevity and heart health? Medical studies have shown that men with stronger grips live longer, have better cognitive function, and recover faster from illness. Women may not read medical journals, but they read biology. A forearm that has definition and a hand that looks capable is a massive signal of vitality. It suggests you can open the jar, fix the engine, and hold her steady when the ground shakes. But it's not just strength, it's maintenance. There's nothing rugged about jagged, dirty fingernails. That is just neglect. The combination of strength plus care is lethal. It creates a contrast that is incredibly attractive. It says, I am a savage, but I am a civilized savage. Start doing farmer's carries. Pick up 2 heavy dumbbells and walk until you can't hold them anymore. Watch what happens to your forearms in 30 days. Buy a manicure kit. Keep your nails short and clean. If your hands are like sandpaper, use lotion. It's not feminine, it's maintenance. Your hands are your primary tools of interaction with the world. Keep them sharp. We are moving up the hierarchy. We have built the frame, the walk, and the hands. Now we reach the control center. Number 5 is the spotlight face, the stoic gaze. You can have the body of a Greek god, but if your face looks anxious, tired, or angry, you have lost the game. The face is the dashboard of the emotional mind. What are women noticing here? They are scanning for presence. In a world of dopamine-addicted young men staring at their smartphones, a man who can hold a steady, calm gaze is a rare commodity. Most men today have prey eyes. They dart around. They look down when someone makes eye contact. They scan the room nervously, looking for validation or threats. You want hunter eyes. Not aggressive, not creepy, but still. I'll be honest with you. The most compelling men I've known, the ones who command respect without speaking, weren't always the most handsome. But they had a lightness in their eyes. They had a high-resolution gaze. When they looked at you, they actually saw you. This signals emotional health. It signals that your testosterone and cortisol levels are balanced. A man who is constantly frowning or looking worried signals that he is overwhelmed by life. A man with a relaxed, alert face signals that he has conquered his demons. This is a mental practice. 1. The soft focus. Stop squinting at your phone. It deepens the 11s, the lines between your eyebrows, and makes you look angry. 2. The 3-second rule. When you make eye contact with someone, hold it for 3 seconds. Smile with your eyes, the Duchenne marker, then slowly break contact to the side, not down. Looking down is submission. Looking to the side is dismissal. Your eyes should say, I am confident enough to be right here, right now, with you. This script was originally about things women see, but the scan is multi-sensory. You cannot separate the image from the sound. Number 6 is the voice. This is often the deal breaker. You walk in looking like James Bond, but if you speak with a high-pitched, fast, nervous cadence, the illusion shatters. As we age, our vocal cords can thin, leading to a reedy or shaky voice. Or, we bring our anxiety into our speech, talking too fast because we are afraid of being interrupted. Women are sensitive to audio cues. A deep, resonant, and slow voice hits the brainstem. It mimics the rumble of safety. It implies that you are not in a rush. Kings do not rush. Leaders do not chatter. Low-frequency sounds travel further and command more authority. But it's not just about pitch, it's about tempo. Fast talking signals anxiety. Slow talking signals control. You need to move your voice from your throat to your diaphragm. Before you go out, hum deeply in your chest for 1 minute. It relaxes the vocal cords. Embrace the silence. When asked a question, wait 2 seconds before answering. It shows you are thinking, not just reacting. It creates anticipation. Downward inflection, end your sentences with a downward pitch. An upward pitch sounds like a question, seeking approval. A downward pitch sounds like a statement, stating a fact. Finally, we arrive at the packaging. Number 7 is the uniform. Notice I didn't say fashion. Fashion is for the young who are trying to figure out who they are. Style is for the man who knows who he is. The mistake 90% of men over 50 make is wearing clothes that do not fit their current body. They are either wearing the size they used to be 20 years ago, too tight, or they are hiding their body in comfort-fit clothes that look like a tent, too loose. Baggy clothing is the uniform of giving up. It says, I have tapped out of the sexual marketplace. I am done. The woman's skin notices the silhouette. If your clothes are billowing around you, you look sloppy. If your collar is limp, you look unkempt. You don't need a $5,000 suit. You need a $50 tailor. The goal here is what the Italians call sprezzatura, a studied carelessness. It looks effortless, but it is intentional. The dark monochromatic look, if you are carrying a little extra weight, dark colors, navy, charcoal, black, are slimming and authoritative. The shoulders, the seam of your shirt must sit perfectly on the edge of your shoulder bone. If it droops down your arm, the shirt is too big. The shoes, look down. Are you wearing running shoes with jeans? Stop it. Running shoes are for running. Wear leather boots or clean, minimal leather sneakers. Shoes are the anchor of the outfit. Let's bring this full circle. Remember that survey from the beginning? The one where women judge in 3 seconds? Now you know the truth. They aren't judging your bank account or your car in those 3 seconds. They are judging your life force. They are looking at your posture to see your courage. They are watching your walk to see your health. They are checking your hands to see your competence. They are looking into your eyes to find your soul. You see, getting older is inevitable. But getting old is a choice. The media tells you that you are past your prime. That is a lie to sell you pills and comfort. The truth is, a man who has maintained his machine, who has cultivated his mind, and who walks with the weight of experience is a dangerous man. And being dangerous, being capable, is the essence of attraction. You have the life experience to know what truly matters. You have the discipline to do this right. You are not competing with the 25-year-olds. You are playing a completely different game. You are playing the game of mastery. The only competition that matters is the man you were yesterday. Stand tall. Move with purpose. Look the world in the eye. If this video sparked something in you, if you are ready to reclaim your frame and your focus, then you are in the right place. This channel, the Aphorism Archive, is dedicated to the architecture of a better man. I want you to do one thing right now. Click the subscribe button and the bell icon. Not for me, but for yourself. Make a contract with your future self that you are not done growing yet. And check out this next video on the screen. It dives deeper into the specific stoic mindsets that make a man unbreakable. I'll see you there.